Hi, Karrie. Welcome to Singapore.
Thanks.
We know that you're in town for the flagship Singapore Maritime Week, and you deliver a keynote at the Shipping Forum. Can you share with us why Singapore is an important maritime hub for Shell?
Singapore is the world's #1 maritime city. And Singapore Maritime Week is the Singapore celebration of everything that is shipping and maritime. This week's been particularly important for me as we watch the leaders of the shipping industry come together from all around the globe, recognizing the importance to the world industry of Singapore as a maritime hub, where Shell has a position selling LNG as a bunker fuel, as well as traditional bunker fuels and lubricants and the other things that are required to make ships work.
We know that shipping is one of the hard-to-abate sectors challenging decarbonization. What do you think we can do more about it?
There is no easy solution because today shipping uses the most energy-dense fuels that are available. But when you think about what we can do, and actually what we're doing here at Shell, is really threefold. There's energy-efficient technologies. This is everything from designing a better ship, the hull form, an air lubrication carpet that goes underneath the ship, to wind rotors and wind sails, and other engineering technologies. The second thing we can do is operational efficiencies. So when you think about the operation of a ship as it does its global trade, there's significant efficiency gains to be made as we approach ports, as we do our cargo operations in ports, making sure that things are just in time and moving smoothly. And the third thing that we can do today is around fuel choices. So today, the only lower carbon fuel that's available at scale globally is liquefied natural gas, and also some degree of biofuels, biodiesel coming into the market.
Karrie, we continue to see on the headline the risks that seafarers face each and every day. It's a stark and timely reminder on the enduring value of safety and managing risk. Can you share some insights on that?
When I think about risk management, I think about what we can do in terms of human factors. I think about what we can do in terms of the design and the operation of our vessels. And I think about what we can do as a charterer and an operator of ships in terms of how we work with the shipping companies and how we work with the ships to really make the best environment for the safety of the women and men who go to sea.
Finally, we'd like to end on the theme of people. We hear the paramount role that seafarers play, and you will only increase into the future. What are your thoughts on how we can attract more people to this industry?
I began my career in the US Navy. I was one of the first group of women to serve on combat ships at sea in the Navy after the US changed its combat exclusion law. And I think I've told you this story before, but when I joined my first ship, there were 3,000 people on board that ship and only 12 women. But I'll tell you, those nights standing watch on the bridge, watching the sunrise in the morning, knowing that we're pulling into a foreign port in a couple of days, getting to see the world was quite an experience for a 21-year-old as I first came out of university and got my career started going to sea in the US Navy. There's something we need to do to change this, to both make the industry interesting and appealing and attractive to a broader segment of society, but particularly to women if we want to really pull on the global population.
Thank you, Karrie. That was so exciting to hear your personal story. Thank you today for sharing your insights and the call to action for more diversity and inclusiveness so that we can be a more dynamic and confident organization. We look forward to welcoming you back to Singapore.
Fantastic. Thank you, Teng Haur.